We're watching films on the toilet, because that's what dads have to do. When the movie's unsuitable for your kids, then pretend you need a number two. If you need a break from your family or spouse, there's a lavatorial picture house. Watch Terminator 2 while you're sitting on the loo. Enjoy the whole of Rambo 4 with your trousers on the floor. We're watching films on the toilet. How about you?
Eamonn, what's going on? What's going down?
Well, typical of us. You won't know this because you're listening to this hot off the press, I'm guessing, as soon as it's dropped.
Steaming.
Because you can't wait for it.
Yeah.
But as a credit to us and our professionalism, we're recording this on a ruddy Friday night.
A Friday party night.
Usually, I think we've talked a lot in the past about how much we like squash. We drink lots of squash, usually during this podcast.
You, mostly. You drink a lot of squash.
I
drink
squash.
a lot of water.
I love squash.
You drink a lot of squash. Yeah.
Not competition, Ben. But today...
I didn't think it was, but
Well,
you're the one that's...
I don't know, you got really defensive. You're just like, I don't drink squash.
Yeah, but I don't.
But you don't need to say it in that tone. You just like, I don't drink squash, I drink water. I don't know why.
I don't drink squash!
Yeah, that was the energy you brought to that exchange.
My monocle fell out when I said it.
Yeah.
I don't drink squash!
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
It's fine. I mean, it's one of those things. I don't think people get offended.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, why are we talking about squash?
Because we're not drinking squash right now, are we?
We're not drinking squash. We're doing something we sort of promised that we never would do.
Yeah.
We're having a drink. We're having an alcoholic drink, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
We're indulging ourselves. It's a Friday night. It's the end of a very long week. So why not?
Who knows what's going to happen? So what are you drinking there, Ben? Young Ben?
I'm drinking a vodka and coke.
It's your classic drink, isn't it? You love that drink. I'm drinking Pimm's. I'm having Pimm's and lemonade, which is kind of like alcoholic squash, isn't it? Because you water it down with lemonade. So that tells you how much I love squash. I'm having alcoholic squash.
You could say that you're a Pim head.
No, Ben, I wouldn't say that. No.
You wouldn't say that? Because that would tie in nicely to the film we're talking about this week. But
No.
do you want to say what film we're talking about this week? And then maybe the listener can decide if you should have accepted
No,
that
I don't want
or
to
not.
do that either. No. Listen, mate, you should never have crossed me with that whole squash comment earlier on.
All right.
Every joke or link you now try and make, I am going to ruin.
Oh, good.
So well done.
Friday night, everyone.
Yeah.
Friday night. Oh, this podcast, by the way, we've got a celebrity to introduce it this week.
Oh, yeah?
We've got Al Pacino.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, he's going to talk about what the podcast is about.
Okay.
Should we get him on?
Yeah, let's get him on.
Couple of dads watching violent movies with their young kids. Can't watch them there. So you gotta watch them on the toilet. And that's it. Thank you, Al Pacino. Anyway, this week we are talking, and you love it, Eamon. I know you're going to love it. I already know you're going to love it. Hellraiser 2022, because this will come out around Halloween time.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's got ghosts in it.
Ooh, God.
No, ghosts don't make that noise, Ben.
We should do one of those episodes where we go to a haunted house.
I'd love
and do it from a haunted house.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd get freaked out? I'm not sure
If I was by myself, I would lose my mind with fear. But I think if you were there, I would turn that fear into ridicule.
Yeah. Well, this is what we do, okay? Next Halloween, we both go to a separate haunted house.
You can't do it in the same one.
No. Or actually, you go to a haunted house. I stay at home.
You get to do it at home.
And I'll see how freaked you get.
Right. Ben, have you got any correspondence?
You know what, Eamon? I have. Last week, you attempted to start a beef between me and Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Because you know I'm mild-mannered.
You are.
I avoid conflict. But you mistakenly sent a letter to Rick Stein, the Cornish celebrity chef, fish chef. Rick tried his best to spark a feud between us. Mm-hmm. I think he was reluctant. So I've written a reply to Rick.
Oh.
Because I'm trying, Eamon. I'm trying to kick it off. So let's see if this works. Let's see what comes back. You ready?
Yeah.
Dear Rick, I hope you are well. Actually, sorry, I'm not allowed to say that. Dear Rick, I hope you are not well.
Yes.
Nothing too serious, I hope. No, let me start again. Dear Rick, I hope you have a mild cold or similar illness that you will recover from in the next few days. As I'm sure you're aware, my podcasting colleague Eamonn has initiated a beef between us, which I'm contractually obliged to escalate, so I will attempt to do so. You were born in 1947. That makes you older than my dad, so you're pretty old. He also had both hips replaced, so I imagine you have orthopedic issues too. Unlucky. Ooh, right? Rick, you only achieved E grades in your English and History A-levels. You've managed to run a successful business for many years, so I'm sure you could have done better if you put your mind to it. Pity.
That's a sick burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about this one? What about that well-publicised affair you had in 2002? That was a lapse of judgment, wasn't it? Thankfully, your ex-wife is still your business partner, so I guess you both came to terms with it in the end.
Oh, boy.
Okay, how about this one? Michael Caines took over your restaurant in Porthleven, Cornwall, and he's won 2 Michelin stars. Perhaps he's a better chef than you are, Rick. Or maybe you're comfortable serving great fish dishes at reasonable prices. Finally, I had a go at cooking your Indonesian seafood curry with monkfish, squid and prawns. I enjoyed it, but my family thought it was too spicy. Thanks a lot, Rick. Okay. I hope we can bury the hatchet now that we've laid into each other, as you're one of my favourite celebrity chefs. Take care, Ben.
Wow. That's a big effort from you, Ben.
I tried. I did try.
Yeah. I mean, they're quite mild, weren't they? They're certainly milder than his spicy Indonesian curry.
They were. I mean, but it's Rick Stein. He's an old Cornish man.
Didn't fancy...
He didn't really do anything wrong.
I know. I see if I can get this phrasing right. Didn't fancy ***ing him off?
Quite a turn of phrase there, Eamon. No, not really. No, I didn't fancy the fact. The beef was also accidental. If it had been Ric Flair, maybe it would have been different. But
in a way, this is almost worked out pretty well. So this is like a good starter beef, isn't it? This is your beef starter. Now we need to get onto your beef main.
Yes, this is my beef
starter. I've just said it. Just beef starter. Yeah.
What's it called when you get
starter.
a taste for something?
Beef starter.
Fine, we'll go with beef starter. I'll think of it later.
And then beef main, because that works, doesn't it? And also,
yeah, I've got a taste for beef now. So
and then beef pudding at the end. I don't know what that will be.
Yeah, a bit of ice cream and beef.
Yeah, maybe you should stop drinking.
You ever had beef ice cream?
I don't think that's a thing.
Anyway, hi man.
Yeah.
Do you have any correspondent?
Oh, I like that voice. What's that voice there?
Keir Starmer.
That's exactly how he sounds, yeah. I do have some correspondence. I've got a voice message.
Oh, I love a voice message.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess I'll just read it out.
Yeah. Well, it's a voice message.
So I guess I'll just press play.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here I am pressing play.
Click.
Dear watching films on the toilet, I'm writing in because I took great offence at your stereotype of South Africans in the podcast before last. As a quick reminder for the listeners who might have forgotten, you were talking about the dead female wrestler Chyna, and the fact she'd done so many steroids she'd grown a tiny duck. For some reason you decided to say it in a South African accent. Is it because the word duck sounds a little bit like the word duck in a South African accent? I'm fucking sick of it, bro. The South African accent is not that funny, even if the word is duck, twit, or prick. Or a phrase like dog tits, which we use all the time. For example, I haven't seen your pair of dog tits, so stop asking. If this was any other accent, you'd be cancelled in an instant, bro. But it's okay to take the piss out of a South African accent. Maybe it's payback for all the racism we did. You guys are a fucking pair of dog tits. And then that's the end of the message.
Oh dear.
Dog tits. I didn't realise that was a phrase.
Yeah. No, neither did I. I didn't either. Whew.
Yeah.
Wow.
There we go.
Wow. So,
Didn't leave his name.
Wow,
Didn't leave his
Eamonn.
name.
So that was just a South African man.
Just an actual
there.
actual South African man. Yeah.
Sure. Wow.
That is the funny thing, isn't it? You can do the South African accent and you get away with it scot-free.
Yeah, I don't know. To be quite honest, I'm not sure. You seem to think so. So
Well, I've only done it that one time.
maybe if we run it by the watching films on the toilet lawyers,
Yeah?
then we'll see. Anyway,
Right.
in the meantime, give me all you got.
Oh,
Give me all you got.
Al Pacino's popped up again.
He's popped up. There he is.
He's
It's
gone,
Al.
and he's gone, and he's gone.
I guess Al's looking forward to some toilet news.
He is. It's interesting, isn't he? Like, I think he's born in New York. Is that right? But he has like a little bit like Cajun.
Well, yeah, nah.
Has sort of come.
When you hear him talk, like a Creole.
Where does that come? Yeah, where does that come from?
It was when he did, I think it was like a Godfather reunion or something. And he was,
Yeah.
on the set, we had a lot of really good times. Had a fun time. It was
It's
yeah.
a really weird affectation. I'm assuming he doesn't live in like New Orleans or something.
But
like
that's
that
his,
these days.
it's the many voices of Al Pacino. You got the Godfather where he's so scared.
Yes, yeah, he's totally like.
And now he got that kind of thing going on. It's very strange.
It is weird, isn't it?
Strange.
Anyway.
But yeah, anyway, thank you, Al Pacino, for doing those 3 different voices
Yes.
of your career. Thank
Very
you for
good,
that, Al.
very good.
Appreciate it. Anyway, toilet news.
Okay.
Toilet news.
So this is a news story. Eco-protesters left without toilet facilities after gluing themselves to the floor in Volkswagen factory.
Okay.
Right, so 9 protesters in Germany have been left raging at the lack of toiletry facilities provided to them for the duration of their demonstration. The demonstrators from the group Scientist Rebellion had glued themselves to the floor in the Volkswagen factory in a climate change protest.
Right.
The group of activists claimed the car maker accepted their right to protest but left them in a difficult predicament by refusing to provide them with a bowl to urinate and defecate in a decent manner.
Decent.
Well, yeah, one of the protesters, Gianluca Grimalda, said on Twitter, they refused our request to provide. Sorry.
Hang on. Where's this guy from? This is German, man.
I know. Sorry. One of the protesters, Gianluca Grimalda, said on Twitter, they refused our request to provide us with a bowl to urinate and defecate in a decent manner while we are glued, and have turned off the heating. So it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's like they're cross because they're not being, but also like how dignified is doing a poo whilst your hand is glued to the floor?
It's not. It is not decent in any
even
way.
Even if you have a bowl, it's not going to be that.
Thinking like one hand, bowl. No, it's just gross, and they're all glued together. I mean, look, if they want to protest, that's fine. You know, fight your cause, but don't expect to be comfortable. That's not part of it.
It's weird, isn't it?
You lack the courage of your convictions, sir. That's what I would say to them.
You would, well, and you should.
Yeah.
So if that was you, just shit your pants. Oh, I caught Ben mid-drink there.
Dude, maybe spit my drink.
Best time to get him.
Maybe spit my drink a bit.
Yeah.
If I had set my heart on gluing myself to the floor, which is pretty hardcore, I must say, then yeah, I think I'd be resolved to the fact that I was there for the duration, and what's going to happen is what's going to happen.
Maybe what they should have done is superglued their hole and will shut before they superglued their what?
You know,
before they superglued their hand to the floor.
glued their will shut.
It's technical. That's a technical term, isn't it?
Wow. I was thinking they could have human centipeded, and that way
So then it'd only be one poo.
there'd only be one. And that also, you start with the guy who needs it most. By the time you get to the end, protest's probably over.
Yeah. Or maybe you did it sort of daisy chain style.
Yeah.
So they were in a big ring. There'd be no mess whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure what kind of message that would send if you broke into a factory and started into the mouth of your fellow protester. I don't know. I don't know. I think people just
would be
God.
A pretty significant statement, actually. I think that would make more impact than gluing yourself to the floor. Look at what we're willing to do for the cause.
Yeah. In fairness, I might be like, oh, okay. Well, yeah. If you stop doing that, I'll stop making cars.
Yeah. Please just get out. Okay, great.
There you go. Toilet news there. Right.
Hellraiser. 2022. This is the reboot. How did you see it?
The normal way.
The normal way.
Yeah.
Same. What doth thee drinketh for me?
Well,
You want a coffee?
that was hey Al.
That was Al popped in again. There he is.
There wasn't a coffee, but good guess.
Or was it coffee?
I was trying to think of the most evil drink.
Oh.
Like what the most evil drink was, and I couldn't think of anything. I thought, if I say wine, because I think it's pretentious, then I might get a few backs up, because I think wine is horrible. It's all a bit sour.
So you drank some wine?
No, I couldn't find the thing as funny. So in the end, I just drank a big load of Tipex.
Oh, good. I mean, they're quite small bottles. How many did you drink?
12.
12.
Yeah. You know how like Actimels are really Moorish?
Yes.
It's the same thing with those little bottles of Tipex.
Who knew?
Yeah. Num.
Once you get that taste.
Yeah. So it's just I'd pierce a hole in the bottom.
Yeah.
Then open the top. It helps you chug it down quicker.
Oh, like you'd like when you get a beer can, stab the bottom, don't you? And then
yeah, you can do the same with Tipex.
Stab it with a compass, I'm guessing.
Of course, yeah.
You were in a classroom at the time, right?
I was doing it in a year 8 maths classroom.
Year 8 maths, compass in the bottom, chug it down 12 times.
Chug it down. Yeah. And then literally flew out the room by the end.
I remember when we went to school together, you always used to say, if ever I had a little bottle of Tipex, you'd nudge me, give me a little elbow, give me a taste.
Go on, mate. Give us just a little bit. Come on,
Just
mate.
give a little taste.
It's cold. Give us a little bit.
Give us a sip.
Warm us up.
Made your teeth really white.
Fooled my dentist for years.
Yeah. I mean, also made you violently ill. You weren't at school for quite a while, but beautiful white teeth.
Yeah, I kept on doing these brilliant white vomits.
Like yellow, gaunt skin, big droopy eyes, but brilliant white teeth.
That's it.
Like if Tom Cruise was to do that Dallas Cowboy role that Matthew McConaughey did. Was that the one where he got all thin and...
Oh, the Dallas Buyers Club, yeah.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys, the reason I was confused, Dallas Cowboys are an American football team. So
yeah, like if Tom Cruise was to play for the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right, yeah.
Bright white teeth and his gaunt face.
Well, I'm afraid he wouldn't last very long, because the sports people notoriously hate murderers. So they would have chinned him.
Another little chat with the Films on the Toilet lawyer there.
Yeah.
Oh, how long?
You've got 1 minute and 8 seconds.
All right, cool. I'll give it a go.
3, 2, 1, go.
So, our protagonist is Riley, an addict who stumbles upon a mysterious puzzle box like Christmas, except this one has a big spike that pops out when you try to solve it and uses your blood to open a portal to another dimension where a gang of mutilated demons called Cenobites chain you up and rip you to pieces, like Christmas. Anyway, when Riley goes on a massive bender, her brother has a play with the cube and ends up getting sucked into hell. Riley attempts to track down the previous owner of the box and meets the pin-headed leader of the Cenobites, who tells her if she keeps sending unsuspecting cube spike victims to the hell dimension, she'll get to make a wish. Like, can you bring my brother back to life? Or can you put a massive gold accordion in my chest? Like the previous owner of the box received when he wished for sensation. As the Cenobite goes in on Riley and her pals, she finds that her boyfriend, who nobody liked, knew about the box all along, so she chooses him as her final sacrifice for the hell dimension and makes her wish, which is for nothing. Knowing the Cenobite's gifts are properly cursed, she just goes home instead to live with a lot of guilt and a dead brother. Meanwhile, Gold Accordion Man exchanges his gift and gets his skin peeled off like an orange so he can become one of the Cenobites. Lucky! The end.
Oh dear. The minute and 21.
Ah, a little bit long. You lost it there, man. You knocked me off my track.
The gold accordion is such a brilliant description of what that mental thing is.
So, Hellraiser. Now, I think we can go in by saying this is definitely not the type of movie you would choose to watch, right?
Ever. No, never. I've ever watched this.
Ever. So what is it about this type of film that generally puts you off?
I know people often say things like roller coasters, it's all about feeling fear.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like that's more like exhilaration. Horror films, I think, is just about feeling fear, detached of any sort of feeling of exhilaration. And it's, that sense of dread. And I just think, why would you invite a sense of dread into your life if you could possibly avoid it?
No, the roller coaster thing, it is a bit different. You do get that exhilaration. I don't know. Anyway, I really like that horror movie feeling. I do like being scared. I can't say I was scared by this.
I really didn't feel scared by this because it's more about disgust. I think creating feelings of disgust with the gore. I think the most effective sort of horror films are sort of conceptually, it's a concept that scares you.
Yeah.
So, for example, The Babadook was all about depression.
Yes.
And so felt really real. Whereas this was just like it's a haunted puzzle box. It's just stupid. I'm not going to feel scared by that. It even has a little knife in it. It's dumb.
You haven't seen the original Hellraiser, have you?
No.
Because that is it's a lot weirder than this is. The first Hellraiser is very unsettling because of the very odd imagery and these kind of weird leathers and creepy looking characters, whereas this, I think it suffered from that contemporary, very clean film look, which I don't think works very well when you've had your skin ripped off. It shouldn't be clean, it should be nasty. You know what I mean? I liked the story. I liked the use of the box. I thought it was a cool, the fact that you had these 6 configurations and she had to sacrifice 6 people. I thought that was cool. I wanted to see what happened to them next. I like the part where he stabbed that girl in the back with the box. Suddenly it was used as a weapon. Who would you send to the hell dimension if you had to? You got to sacrifice, obviously you got to send people there to get your prize, right? You get your prize yet?
If anyone gets that reference, gold star for you, because that is properly obscure.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, but go on.
They used to give you something made of metal.
Now you get us a snake.
Oh, you're on fire today.
Oh man, go on. Who would you send?
I'll tell you what I hate more than anything is impolite restaurant patrons. So of course, it'd be bloody James Corden.
Of course, it would be James Corden, right? He'd go straight there.
Have you seen that news story about him?
I've seen the headline. I haven't read the actual story. So he was caught out, wasn't he, being rude? And he's what is it?
Yeah, he was in this kind of trendy place, and twice now he was basically rude to the staff, and then the owner,
because he can't help it.
Because he's just horrible. Yeah. Because the owner publicly banned him on like Instagram or something like that, and everyone was just like, "I can't believe James Corden's terrible."
Where have they been? I can't believe Liz Truss isn't Prime Minister anymore. She's doing such a good job.
I didn't think a fat man could be bad.
Eamonn, that's not why we criticise him, is it?
You can criticise him for it in the knowledge that he is bad.
Right.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to argue with that. I'm still not sure if it's true. But anyway, let's move on. I think I'd send Liam Payne. And that's appropriate, right? That's appropriate. Liam Payne. It's almost like he's asking for it. I'll be completely honest with you. I didn't want to go to the Hell Dimension, but I'm going. And then get ripped apart. It'd be brilliant. Jack Whitehall, he could go to hell as well. Jimmy Carr?
Yeah, do you know what? Jimmy Carr is the kind of person who would end up becoming a Cenobite.
He definitely would. He looks like a Cenobite.
David Attenborough?
oh, Eamonn, that's so cold. He'd be interested in it.
He would. That exactly. It'd be of interest to him.
Do you think that would be a good way for him to end his life?
I think he would be pretty grateful.
All right, he's on the list. Number 6.
He's on the list. The Queen.
She's dead.
The King.
Yeah. Okay.
Your mum?
No, the King.
Your mum.
The King.
I've changed my mind. Your mum.
The King. We'll send the King, okay?
Okay.
Who's your favourite Cenobite?
She had like a coat hanger on her head.
She did, yeah. Do you like
and
her?
then her chest had sort of been. I didn't like her. I just think that that's the problem with this film is they've spent clearly a ton of time, like in the art department, coming up with these really creative, horrible-looking demons, and they've done a brilliant job. I think it looks great.
It did look great.
But they need to match that look with some kind of like profound cosmic horror.
Yeah.
Like instead of just going, why don't you try this puzzle out and hope you don't get stabbed with a tiny knife inside?
It's quite a big spike.
But do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. They have streamlined it and mainstreamed it. I quite enjoyed the structure of it as a mainstream horror. I found it enjoyable, but yeah, it wasn't weird enough. And that's what makes the first one. It's really odd, and that's why it's so unsettling. But yeah, without this, as you say, cosmic horror with the pretty straightforward plot, it is all a little generic.
Do you think it would have been better if instead of that box, it was like a haunted game of Operation?
Oh, what, like, so you have to remove 6 bits?
Yeah, if you don't remove like the rib, your rib gets removed.
That's a good horror movie.
You could do Buckaroo, an evil donkey. Ooh,
Maybe the Operation one.
let's keep going.
Oh, you're gonna okay? Any?
Snap, evil Snap.
What about Hungry Hippos?
That's
yeah,
a good
just
one.
like 4 rabid hippos, and they're just gonna eat you.
They eat all your big white balls. Man, that would be annoying.
That would be annoying, wouldn't it?
It could be evil Monopoly, and everyone's mortgage could get more expensive. Oh, wait a minute, that's already happening. Apologies to anyone on a variable rate mortgage.
What would be your Cenobite MO? Or let me rephrase that. What would be your Cenobite mo?
I drink all your squash.
You did. I mean, in terms of like your mutilated form, what would you look like?
Have all squash bottles smashed into me.
Oh, just like a big glass of squash, like stuck to your hand.
Instead of fists, it would be pint glasses of squash.
Because you have one stuck in your mouth permanently, so you actually couldn't drink it. It was just always swilling back and forth into your mouth.
Oh, man. You've actually taken my whimsy and turned it into something properly horrifying.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty, isn't it? Okay, that's your Cenobite more.
Yeah, what would yours be?
Well, I thought the idea of having a closed mouth is pretty awful. You can't eat, can you?
You also can't speak.
No.
It would be mercy for everyone else.
You wouldn't do talking.
If I was caught up with some of these pesky Cenobites, I think I'd have a sneaky suspicion. I think my wish is going to, in some way, blow up in my face.
Why do you think that?
Do you know what I mean? If they spend like all their time like killing people and sending them to hell,
Yeah.
then they go, oh, what would you like? And you go, oh, can I have a big house and car? And they're like, yeah, no problem. Is that what you want? Yeah, here you go.
I just want like unlimited ice cream for life.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
there you go, mate.
Ice cream would have razor blades in it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like it was very naive of
Yes.
that guy to think that his wish would be like, have whatever you want.
Yeah.
So of course it's going to be like a trick wish.
It's not going to be a good
idiot.
prize.
No, it's a silly prize.
Yeah.
The accordion.
Bad
Yeah.
prize. But others were life, knowledge, and love.
Interesting what the love one would have been.
You might be wedded to some grim, mutilated Cenobite person, maybe? I don't know.
Or your mum. You had to marry your mum.
Yeah, to marry your own mother. That would be...
No, your
My
mum.
mum, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Sorry. Sigh. Right. Okay. Eamon,
Hello.
would you, and I haven't considered this, I need to think about this. This is one of the things I need to plan. Like I do. I write things before these episodes, but I always forget this. Would you flush this film away like a victim?
Sorry, I'd flush it away.
Should I not bother?
Yeah, go on.
Best bit.
No, go. It is the best bit. Go on. Sorry.
Would you flush this?
Maybe do it as Al Pacino. Should we get Al to do this bit?
Out. Right.
Here he comes.
Hoo-ha! Okay. Would you flush this film away. Like victim of the Hell Cube gets torn apart by the chains. Or are you gonna fish it out like a cube getting fished out of a shipping container? What are you gonna do? Yeah. There he is. He's gone. He's
gone again.
Put him on the spot there, didn't we?
We did, and he did a great job.
I mean, not only did Al have to speak, which is hard for him. He had to come up with different words. So it was very challenging for him.
Thinking and speaking is something that he notoriously struggles with.
Yes. Okay, so you flash this.
I flash this.
I would fish it out.
Would you?
I enjoyed it. I know that it was very flawed, but I quite liked it. I really liked the Cenobites. I thought they looked good. It was clean, but yeah, I liked the lean sort of the streamlined take on the lore, and I quite liked Goran becoming Cenobite at the end. I thought that was a cool scene.
Do you think that's a setup for a sequel?
Yeah, definitely. And I thought the accordion through his body was ridiculous.
It was silly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I wasn't disappointed.
I can off the top of my head, I think a much better example of like living in perpetual pain.
Yeah.
Is the end of Being John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Where the John Cusack character is forced to see the life of the woman he loves through the eyes of someone else, and through which he has no control.
Yeah, that's definitely
that is like profoundly moving and torturous.
Yes,
and that's in a comedy film. In this one, they were like, what would be really painful? Could it be something like that? Nah, gold accordion through the chest,
pulling on his nerves.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe could have done a bit of character work there, couldn't they? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Okay, but it still means we didn't both agree. So it's not. So he's getting flushed. But it's not going in the macerating toilet of despair.
No.
So it's just having a flush. So let's flush it.
Which ironically, it would like.
It would like that, wouldn't it? It would
like to get all mashed up. Yeah.
But it's not going to, I'm afraid. So let's. Oh, go on.
But in a way, it would like that as well, wouldn't it? It's being denied that pain, which is another form of pain. So it would quite like that.
So are we giving it what he wants or not?
It's having its cake and eating it, this film, isn't it?
Apparently, yes, it is. Yeah. So let's flush it. Bye, Hellraiser.
Right. Bye, Hellraiser.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
Top fave. So this week, top fave, we are going to guess each other's top 5 movies on a particular theme or subject. This week, it is our favourite recastings of characters. Now, Eamonn.
Hello.
Is there anything we want to clarify before we go in here?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
I feel like it should be unexpected recastings. So, for example, I don't think something like James Bond should count.
Okay, that's making my choices quite difficult and very limited.
But then is that recasting though? Like I always think it's like okay, you can count that if you want. As long as I know, as long as it's not like saying let's choose films with definitely got treasure in and then choosing one that doesn't. I suppose that's my sort of main bone of contention.
He's a bony. Okay, cool. Right, you lost last week. You go. Let's see where we're going with this because I have no idea, and we'll probably fall out about it.
James Bond.
Which one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be between Timothy Dalton and Daniel Craig. I'll say Daniel Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I like that. I like Daniel Craig as Bond.
Do you know what I loved about that?
What?
That James Bond when he got in the ball bag with that big rope.
I know we love that scene.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
With Mads.
And Mads is going. I've tied a big knot in this rope, and I'm going to swing it. I'm going to swing it into your ball sack, bro. And you're not going to like it very much when this knot hits your ball sack.
I remember that. Was Mads recast as well?
He was, yeah. It was F.W. de Klerk was recast. It's that character.
Yeah.
Okay, right, your turn.
Oh God, I don't know what you've chosen. Amy. A Batman?
No.
So you haven't chosen any of these ones.
I'd say that there's one from a franchise. There's two from franchise films, and well, actually there's four from franchise films. One is a main role from a franchise films, and there's three which are supporting characters from franchise films. There we go. Come on.
Okay, right. Can I have another go then?
No, yeah, you can have a guess. Another guess.
Okay, how about Christian Bale in Terminator?
Yeah,
It's John
that was
Connor.
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, one each.
All right, this is a duplicate. Hannibal Lecter.
Hell yeah.
Okay, all right, your choice.
This is hard, mate. Joker.
No.
Okay.
Are you going from Jared Leto to?
I was going from Jack to Heath, but then beyond that, oh God, Leto. No, shut up. And the what's he called? It's gonna Dunkirk to die, lad. It was him, wasn't it?
Yeah. What's his name?
The fella that's in everything.
He's the Irish fella. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna get blinded and then you'll die on my boat. You coming? In fairness, if you went from old Jared Leto to Joaquin Phoenix,
No, that is actually good. I like him.
but this is why this is difficult. I think because that feels like such two completely different films.
I mean, it's a very different, almost different universe, very different interpretation of the character.
Yeah. That's disturbing.
Right, third.
That sounds like a noise a Cenobite would make.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3.
All right. Number
You might win
3.
here, buddy. If you get this, you've won.
Okay, this is a duplicate. War Machine in the Marvel movies.
No, I did not pick that.
But he's a lot better, Don Cheadle, than old Terrence. What's his face?
I think he was a bit difficult.
Yeah.
He hasn't been around a lot since, has he?
Well, he did. He's in that. Is it Empire?
Yes.
Yeah. And did you hear that thing that he's claimed to invent a new form of maths? Like he's gone. He's gone down some weird rabbit hole where he thinks he's invented a new form of maths. This is what he said. Okay. If 1 times 1 equals 1, that means 2 is of no value because 1 times itself has no effect. 1 times 1 equals 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. So what's the square root of 2? Should be 1, but we're told it's 2, and that cannot be. So that's right. He thinks 1 times 1 has to be 2. That was it.
Oh, God.
Right, go on. So you need to get this.
Oh, no. Hulk.
No. And I looked at that, and I actually think Edward Norton is a much better actor than Mark Ruffalo.
Really?
Yeah, much better.
Better actor, possibly, but I like Mark Ruffalo Hulk. Okay.
There we go. So
loser.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I think you can blame the category there.
Yeah.
It's very poorly chosen.
Shush. What were your choices?
Yeah, so I had War Machine, Don Cheadle, Hannibal Lecter, Anthony Hopkins. I had Rachel Dawes, so Maggie Gyllenhaal I thought was much better than old Katie Holmes.
Yeah.
Christian Bale is John Connor. And this is the kind of slightly odd one, but Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars in the very first film, it's not Ian McDiarmid, it's someone else. It's a lady playing the Emperor. So I chose that one. He's good, isn't he? So I'm going to electrocute your face with my fingers.
Yeah, that is what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your faith in your friends is yours.
So what were yours then?
Joker, Lecter, Bond, Spider-Man,
Which one?
Garfield to Tom Holland, and Hulk, Ed Norton to Ruffalo. I seen that incredible Hulk. It's hell of a great. All my favourite Marvel villains, the Hulk. Anyway, right.
Okay.
Fine. So, forfeit for old Ben. What's it going to be? Hellraiser based forfeit.
I mean, there's lots of obvious ones, aren't there? But
Yeah.
we're contrarians, aren't we? We're not going to do the obvious.
Let's play the accordion.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
Good stuff. And I believe you had to do the forfeit last week, which was, of course, finding some gold.
Yeah, which sounds really unfair now. Well, yeah, that's true, and let's see what happened. So my search for gold has led me to an old mining town just outside of Texas. I'm just waiting to meet one of the miners who's apparently going to help me. Well, hello there. Oh, hi. You must be Billy. Ben, actually. The name's Chimp. Chimp Proudly. So I hear you're looking for gold. Well, Chimp, Then you've come to the right place. I've been in the gold trade my whole life. Don't believe me? No, I do believe you. Look at my teeth, and all my gold rings. Heck, I even got a couple of gold ribs and a gold pelvis where my bone pelvis used to be. Wow. Ain't much good for walking, but that's the price you pay for $1 million body. Absolutely. Now, if you want to find gold, you're going to have to use dynamite. Did you bring any dynamite, Billy? No, but Don't worry now. I got enough dynamite in my truck to take down a Godzilla. You know Godzilla's not real, right? So all we need to do is light this here stick of powder, throw it at those rocks over there. That fuse is getting quite small, Tim. And you'll be replacing body parts with gold before you can say... Chimp? Oh, God. Turns out he really did have a gold pelvis. I'm pretty sure he'd want me to have it, so I'll just be on my way. Cool, so there it is. Eamon, what are we watching next time?
Okay, we're going to be watching the Banshees of Inisherin.
Ooh, the Banshees of Ed Sheeran.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, sounds good.
There's a great anti-Irish rhetoric there. It's from Martin McDonough, the British-Irish director and writer, who is just crushing it. Done loads of brilliant films.
Crushed it. He's crushed it. He's crushed it crushed all the films. He's good at the films, isn't he? You wanted some anti-Irish rhetoric, so let's take it. Let's go.
Let's really lean into it.
Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. That'll be
there
nice.
We go.
Good. Well, there we go. We've made it through.
Covered a lot of ground there.
Slightly intoxicated.
Yeah.
Intoxicated.
What I was worried about did happen from my performance point of view, which is as soon as I have a drink, I get very excited and giggly for a little bit, and then I just gradually get really tired.
Yeah, that did happen, didn't it? I just kind of maintained my usual excitable self. I think I did.
You sort of maintained
quite well, didn't I? Didn't I do well?
You did really well, mate.
Thank you, mate.
You're really good.
Thanks.
You're really good at this.
Thanks, mate. And
appreciate
that.
Well done.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that on board. Yeah.
Well done. Hey, mate. Well done for being good.
Thanks, mate. If you've listened to this, go back and listen to our other podcasts. Write a review. Speak to us.
Yeah.
Do us a solid. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Yeah.
I guess all that's left to be said is keep flushing.
Okay. Do you want Al to do a big keep flushing?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Keep flushing!